School of Rock.
Wow!
Patty and Emily, thoughts and comedy from Broadway super fans. From Broadway super fans.
I liked it.
I loved it.
That was good.
Yeah. It was everything I wanted it to be, which was essentially just the movie with one dumb difference.
Yeah.
But it was so small that even though it was dumb and unnecessary, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, because the romance that they shoehorned in there was, like, really so minute, it is one of those things where you're like, if it was so minute, why fucking bother? Why would you fucking bother if all it is that tiny little, like, one kiss and, like, one other teeny moment?
Yeah, the other
Like,
thing
why
that
bother?
bothers me about it is that it adds, when it's a romantic interest, it adds a layer to the, like, just loosen up and go with the flow, like, man, like, stiff woman thing that irritates me because I'm like that. Don't tell me I need to break a rule to, like, live my life. When it was just sort of, like, clearly this overworked, under pressure woman, and it was, like, strictly just about work, it's a little less, like, tropey. But, again, it was literally, like, you could have just taken those two kisses out, and then it would have been fine.
You also could have cast an age-appropriate actress in the role of the principal of a private,
I looked it up.
elitist academy.
I looked it up, and if the character is the same age as Sierra Boggess, she became principal at least when she was 27. Which is, like, insane.
That's impossible. That doesn't happen. Type of institution.
She said in 6 years of being there, none of the teachers invited her out. So that means she's been principal for 6 years. She's 33. Like, that's nonsense.
That's not how... You do not become the principal of the school. Any school!
No.
Even a public school. Even, like, a fucking hippie preschool doesn't have a 27-year-old principal. Like, get out of here. I love Sierra Boggess, and her voice is incredible, and she was really funny and great and awesome, and, you know...
It's not about her performance. She just shouldn't have been cast.
She should never have been cast. She never should have been cast in that role. They never should have skewed it younger. It makes no fucking sense!
It only makes sense for that nonsense, those, like, two kisses that are unnecessary.
Completely unnecessary.
People
just don't need to happen.
Need a romance when there's a story beyond that. You don't need to put it in there if there's a good story there already. Put a romance in between two of the kids. I'd see an adorable thing like that where they're, like, trying to figure some shit out because they're, like, 11.
I would see that, too. That would
like,
be a much more appropriate place to shoehorn in a romance. And also, like, the absurdity of those two characters being together just because we found out she likes Stevie Nicks.
Right.
Oh, she likes Stevie Nicks? Then she'll totally be cool with this guy that's a complete bum and a slob and a freeloader. Yeah. Like, just because she has one rock, the thing that she likes, doesn't mean that
it's gonna work.
He's
still a fucking mess.
It makes more sense as a specific to Stevie Nicks that she's a woman that saw Stevie Nicks and isn't just a fan of Stevie Nicks. Like,
she would be like, I love Alanis Morissette.
Like, so many, right?
Not who.
But
and then he would be like, it was like the one big issue with the show. And
I can't really think of anything else. I mean, I think none of the female characters are developed at all well.
Right.
Maybe Summer.
Summer's the best.
Summer's great.
I did like a difference from the movie in the musical is that Patty, who is, like, totally right the whole time.
Right. Even
if she's, like, mean about it.
Right.
She's not wrong.
Right.
He is a freeloader.
Right.
He is, like, a jerk or whatever. But at the end, instead of, like, Ned breaks up with her in the movie and that's it. And in this, she comes back and, like, sees him in his, like, goth outfit. And she's like, oh. And that at least was some sort of like, all right, maybe she's not only like one-tracked like shrew.
Whatever. It was just all bad. It was just all bad. The female characters were poorly written. But otherwise, it was good. Can we talk about how Andrew Lloyd Webber stole a melody?
From chess.
Bastard.
Someone else's story. I mean, whenever anything like that happens, 99% of the time, it's not on purpose.
Sure.
You know, so, but I don't know. Have somebody listen to, like, nobody, considering I tweeted about it, and then somebody tweeted to me about it, and then I got a text about it, like, nobody was like, hey, this sounds a little like someone else's story from chess.
We should just rework the melody a little bit. Rude.
All the other music is really great, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm ready for a cast recording.
It's out.
What? It's so frustrating to have the Sierra Boggess character that is so poorly written and poorly portrayed and age inappropriately cast. Because all the other elements were so good. I felt the kid dynamics were amazingly written, like the kid-parent dynamics, that scene where there was like 3 kids and
I loved that. That's like that's what is needed in a musical, like movie to musical adaptation, because that context wasn't in there, even though you got it.
Right.
The other scenes where they're like, Alex Brightman needs a rest, we're gonna have the teachers do a song. That's like a musical theater number. It was fine. Yeah. And great ensemblists. Totally. Really fantastic. Fun to see them have their due. He's in like every scene except that one.
Carmeloing this shit. Yeah. The manic energy that the character has really works for that, because even he can run into any scene out of breath and like flustered, and that just works for the character. True. Yeah. I mean, he's fucking incredible.
He's so great.
He's perfect. I can't imagine anyone else being so perfect in that part. Like,
I know. And he like, I know this movie pretty well, and he's not like doing Jack Black, but it's still like an on-point performance. Yeah. His voice is like bananas. Fantastic. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about Summer, who's played by Isabella Russo.
First of all, just to be superficial, her fucking hair is some of the most beautiful hair I've ever seen live on a Broadway stage or ever in real life.
She has American Girl doll hair.
Has the most beautiful, amazing hair. And it was perfect. It was long and thick and gorgeous and shiny.
Nice curls at the bottom.
It was beautiful.
Like, you know that they were curled, but it looked natural.
It looks like I just woke up. But she's like the perfect fucking hair.
Bobbi MacKenzie, who plays Tamika.
She was amazing.
Was like so beautiful and heartbreaking and fantastic. And you knew that moment was going to come, and you were just waiting for it.
And then she was awesome. She was great. She's a great little actress. She had a whole story going on that you wouldn't know if you didn't watch her the whole time.
Watch her. Yeah. She's great.
Yeah.
And then she turned it out. And she was like, well, you asked for backup singers. I'm a singer.
Shade to the backup singers.
No shade to the backup singers.
We need them. And they're talented individuals.
Ugh. And then there's Jared Parker, who played Lawrence, who was an itty-bitty, adorable little nugget in Matilda, and now is like a young man.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was fantastic.
He was so cute and funny in Matilda. We remember him.
I know.
Yeah, and he's great. He's very funny.
Really That's funny. One of my favorite characters from the movie and the musical. So, like, I love that, where he's like, I'm not cool. I can't be in a band. And then Dewey's like, if you're in a band, you're cool.
Nobody's cool, kid.
Yeah, which is really the lesson there. You decide if you're cool. Yeah. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
Evie Dolan played Katie, who's the bass player. Great, like rock duck lip face.
Perfect.
She was great.
She was amazing.
In the movie and in this, I was like, Katie kind of gets the shaft. She needs a little bit more to do.
I agree.
But she was great. I mean, all those kids with their dumb instruments, I just can't. Like, you know.
I mean, I'm in awe. They're wonderful and amazing. They're very
We're like
talented
trying to
children.
teach kids the recorder in 5th grade, and they're like, what is this?
I
And then these kids are
yeah.
like, I'm playing the bass.
When I was in 5th grade, I did 2 weeks of viola.
Oh. That has its own clef.
I don't know what that is.
How did you not last on a viola? Brandon Niederauer played Zach, the guitarist.
That kid, what the fuck?
That kid!
I mean, Ellen already knows about him, so.
Well, yeah.
He's
Ellen
got it.
knows about you. You're golden.
That's true.
Ugh.
He was amazing. And also, like, a great little actor.
Yeah, really great.
You know, he had some serious scenes with his father.
He and his
they were
dad.
Great.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about the ensemblist that played his dad, who also played Dewey's replacement in the band?
Yes. Alan H. Green.
And he also played one of the nerdy teachers. I liked him.
I mean, all
I
of those
liked him.
adult
He
ensemblists
had many
were...
distinct characters, and I was very aware of all of them.
All of those adult ensemblists were doing a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
It was awesome. The set. How'd you feel about the set? I was pro set.
Okay. It was good, yeah.
I thought it worked. I thought it was good. I liked the way the classroom. I kind of wanted them. They have those rolling desks, and if you
do
have
some sort of rolling desk number.
Well, I just always think of the speed test.
Oh,
Thoroughly Modern Melody.
Right.
So I wanted there to be a
tap number,
a rock tap number,
a rock tap number. I mean, sure. Why not?
Why not?
I liked it. I mean, it was very well utilized. They had a lot of places to go to.
Yeah.
And I thought it was well done. I liked what they did with Billy's character, played by Luca Padovan, who is the stylist.
The gay one?
Right. It's like, 2003 was the movie, so there were things that, like, we were saying the way that we were saying them, intention, whatever, learning.
Right.
That I thought
out-of-date language.
I thought that they updated. He calls them fancy pants, which he does not do anymore in the musical.
I would not be offended by that.
It's not, but I
mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But now I kind of like that. Now I want to call
he-
my gay male friends fancy
I also
pants.
like that he...
I don't call anybody fancy
call
pants.
a lot of people fancy pants because of that movie.
That's funny. Fancy pants. Who do you think you are, so fancy in those fancy pants?
I also like that he asked to be the stylist. I can't remember. I don't think that happens in the movie. I think he's, given that job.
But it did upset me that they don't use any of his...
That's a return
That they are like, oh, you get to be he wants to be the stylist, you get to be the stylist, and then there was no creative consulting between the band and him and his creative vision.
And he gives him Ziggy Stardust to listen to. As he's like, oh, David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, glam. That's what he fucking comes up with.
Right. So,
I know. I wish there had been a little more consultation because they're like, wear the uniforms. And then clearly what he does with the uniforms is great. He doesn't just have them wear the uniforms.
No, absolutely.
So he does get to style it. I wish there had been wear the uniforms. Okay, here's what I come up with. Perfect.
Well, also because, maybe they softened the, you're the gay one.
Yeah.
They clearly softened it. I haven't seen the movie since it came out. But there's still that element of, you're gay and you're coming up with different things. But, are you kidding me? There's so much glam rock gayness.
Well, right.
He should have been, it would have been more awesome if they had had the little gay boy coming up with these, super perfect glam rock looks that people liked. And referencing gay rock artists.
Yeah.
And the other gay artists, and not being like, Barbara Streisand, and everyone being like,
also because he's I don't know, not that young kids don't know who Barbara Streisand is now, but if you really did want to, do something like that, they have a little white girl saying Taylor Swift. I don't know, he could have said Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that would have been way better.
You gotta update that.
Yeah.
Leah Michelle.
From Broadway super fans.
I feel like whoever was like, make them kiss. Did you have a brain aneurysm and not know what show was happening?